Hi everyone, welcome back to Natively. My name is Jahid. I'm a vibe coder at Natively. This is the first day of December, and for December, I thought to actually start um, a series of content where I share information about mobile apps and give more educational content and information, so that it actually helps you to understand how mobile apps work. But also, have some theory knowledge about the mobile app space itself. Today, we are going to start with talking about native, hybrid, or web apps. So, if you ask, what's the difference between mobile app, between React Native, between native apps and React Native, but also what's the main difference, between mobile apps and web apps. Of course, we know that mobile apps, are being used on mobile. We can kind of download them, but also kind of web apps are, mostly on computer, but also on browser. But still, there are a bit more few information about what really makes them different. So I'm gonna give you short information about each of these topics. I'm also learning myself. So I'm a vibe coder. I don't know coding. So for me, it's also me learning and then sharing with you. And also, if you know the better explanation behind all these concepts, please comment on the comment section and then let us learn all together. So today I'm going to talk about native versus hybrid and versus web apps. So let's just start with native. And of course, we can see that we have two versions of applications. One is on mobile and one is, on the computer. And of course, um, some apps can be also even downloaded on computer, but, the way how they look and function is different, and also how accessible it is versus, web app and like mobile apps. So starting from native apps, which we have, call them, we have two categories because on mobile app space, we have Android and we have iOS. So these are two mobile systems. These are two operational systems for mobiles. And iOS is specifically for Apple products, iPhone, but Android is, for Samsung, for other any other like mobiles. They use the Google or Android as their operating system. So there is a system that they function. And native apps are specifically built for one platform. So you either build it for iOS or Android. You cannot actually build, um, one app that you like will be used, or be kind of working on both iOS and Android. So native apps are being built either or separately for iOS and Android. For iOS, there is a common language that like the mobile app developers are using. It's called Swift. So they use Swift to build iOS apps. And for Android, they use Kotlin. So Kotlin is the language that they are building the Android apps. And yeah, so there are different tools and languages, but if you build native apps, then you're building a separate app for iOS and separate one for Android. One will not work for both. And why they matter? I think they matter because they're faster in terms of performance. So if you're building an iOS with Swift, then it's faster, and then if you build with Kotlin, the Android one, it's much faster. So one, if you have one app for both, it might be a bit slow. But if you are building separate apps for different operating systems, then it works much better. But also in terms of animations, it's based because each operating system has their own functionality and differences, and they work a specific way. So, building separate apps helps, with base animations. And of course, full access to the device like camera, GPS, Bluetooth, and other things, because iPhone and, Samsung or Android phones, they have different functionalities, the camera system. So each, will have its unique access to camera and other features. And of course, most stable ones, which we know is Instagram, TikTok, and some other apps that kind of like we use, which are mostly native and said they're built separately for iOS and Android. And of course, the downside is that you need to build two apps. So if you want to build, an app for iOS and Android, so you have to build two separate apps which works for separate operating systems. So this is shortly about native apps. But if we talk about React Native or hybrid apps, so there for hybrid apps there are different languages: React Native, Flutter, Ionic. So hybrid apps are actually, so you build one app which works for Android and iOS. So here you don't need to build two separate apps. You just build one standalone app which works for iOS and Android. So some of the advantages are that it's faster to build because you're building simply one app, not two apps. So it's very fast to build an app. It's cheaper because it can actually simply can be built, with a team of one or two, instead of like so many people. So it's cheaper, faster, and also it's very close to native performance. So, um, they really work kind of similar. And of course, like there's a debate between is it React Native or kind of Flutter that work the best. But from my experience, actually, both of them work the best, and they have very close performance to native apps. Also, they look consistent across the devices, so they're not, different design, different features. So they look in iOS and Android completely the same because it's just one app. Of course, there will be a question about okay, so but then why so should we go with native apps or should we go with hybrid apps? And of course, there might be some downsides that you might face, and one of them is not like sometimes it might not always be as fast as uh, possible, as native apps for hybrid apps for some heavy animations, especially if you have some gaming apps and other things, so it might not be the base animations, for heavy ones, but it's still React Native and Flutter and other kind of hybrid apps languages are getting better in that sense. So, and of course, it requires extra work for some access features, because there's some specifics are for iPhone and iOS, and there might be a bit of more work to do. And of course, after each iOS upgrade, kind of update for iOS and Android, you have to update the app, which is, something that you don't need to do it for native apps, but I feel that even like native apps, they're required to update their apps, once the iOS system is there. But of course, not as often as hybrid apps. So this is what hybrid apps are. And then coming to web apps. So actually, these are just like simply apps that work on websites, on the browser. And some of the advantages are that there's no need for download, because if you can think about how many apps can we download on our phone, because we have memory, issue, so we cannot, download infinite apps. So it's like, it doesn't ask us to download the apps. It's very instant updates. So, for example, there's no because if you're building a mobile app, you have to, go through the approval process to iOS and Android. But for websites, there is no approval. So it's can be really, easy and fast to update, and then users can see the changes very fast. And of course, it can work in any browser or in any device. And it's one of the cheapest, ways to build apps, because it works the same for everyone and every device. So there's no two apps, iOS, Android question, but also it's really easy to build it. And of course, some of the downsides are that there could be some limits, access to some features like camera, some GPS and other things. Not GPS, but some other, access that kind of like mobile apps can have. And also, it cannot replace the full experience of, a mobile app application, because browsers have its own limitations. So, and having, like the mobile app, it's actually gives you a full experience and gives you a better one. And of course, it has some iOS limitations like notifications, storage limits, some other things. So there are some pros and cons to web apps, and this is shortly the web app information or info. So which one to choose? Now, like that's the main question for someone. Okay, should I build, native? Should I build React Native? Should I build web app? I think the question comes down to what you really want, what your users want. I think, it really comes down to knowing and knowing and understanding what your users want, but also what you want to build, Sometimes if you don't want to build a mobile app, simply just like build a web. But for some solutions, we really need like kind of mobile app. Yeah. So, and then it brings us to the question: do we need a mobile or web app? To be honest, if we are looking, at all of the solutions that we are using now, LinkedIn, Twitter, or X, Gmail, Zoom, Google Meet, and all of them, I think we all sometimes use the web version, the browser version, but we all have the alternative ones, on our phone. So we have the Google Meet, we have Zoom, everything on our mobile app, because now we are living on our mobile apps 24/7, and mobile has become the initial part of our life. So I think, like for any solution that you're building, the mobile app part is becoming something very important. So I think that's, where, I mean, you might start from web app because it's easy, you can get the feedback, but either you want or not, you will be pushed towards having mobile app version, because that's, where the trend is going. But also as I said, we all live on the mobile app era of life, so we just live on our mobile apps. We do chat, we do talk, we do payments, we do everything on our mobile apps. So I think comes down to what you really want and how do you see it. But yeah, this was shortly about what are the versions or types of apps for mobile, and also what's the difference between mobile app and web app, and also like which one is better for you. So this was short about this, and tomorrow we're going to talk about a different topic which will be revealed tomorrow. But thanks a lot for listening and watching me. So please comment your questions, and also if you have some topic for the next one. So I'm going to do this for December, sharing informational content on our YouTube. So all the base, and please let me know if you like some of the content or questions that you have me to address next time. Also, if you can, drop me your thoughts if I said something not the most corrected way, because for me also I'm learning coding, I'm learning how to write code, I'm like learning how to build apps. So if you can share your experience, that will be amazing. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day and see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.